The founder of OpenAI, Sam Altman, said we're likely months away from seeing the first one-person billion-dollar company. Think about that. A single person running a billion-dollar business. How? The answer is leverage. 2025 is going to be the year that you stop feeling stuck and start transforming how you grow your business. If you're watching this, you're probably feeling like you're missing something. Maybe you don't have the best case studies to show off, or maybe you're struggling to stay focused on building a proven system to get clients every single day. That ends today. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build maximum leverage in your client acquisition strategy using the latest tech and AI tools that I can honestly guarantee that you're not using yet. This isn't just theory either. I've used this strategy to book 945 calls to close more than $5.1 million in cash collected in my own agencies. I mean, even in the last 4 weeks, you can see that we've done about 130 sales opportunities and nearly 4.5 million in pipeline. Even a few days ago, we got almost 90 positive responses in one day from sending about 300 emails. So this stuff works today, and it's giving us a ton of momentum going into 2025. Now, here's the best part. You don't need a world-class case study or a massive business to do this. I see you guys in the comment section, and I'm calling you out because all you need is a heart for serving the right type of client, and of course, a willingness to learn a few new skills. I mean, let's be honest, you guys. This stuff is not rocket science. It's just about putting one foot in front of the other and following a system that works. First things first, let's talk about leverage and why it's the secret to winning in 2025. Naval Ravikant says there are 4 kinds of leverage: labor, getting others to do the work for you; capital, using money to make more money; media, content that works for you 24/7; and code, software that scales your efforts infinitely. Cold email is powerful because it combines 2 of these things, media and code. And when you send out a cold email campaign, your message reaches hundreds or even thousands of people all at once throughout the day. And using software to scale your outreach while you sit back and let your system do the work. That's the definition of leverage, doing more with less. And that's why cold email remains one of the most effective client acquisition tools, even in 2025. But I get it. You might be thinking, does cold email still work? And will it work for my niche? And what if I don't have a big team of fancy tech skills? Let me clear up these things for you right now. People have been saying cold email is outdated for years, and it's not. It's only dead for people who don't know how to do it right. Cold email works literally in every single niche, and I've seen it succeed for our B2B SaaS, private equity, law firms, you name it. You don't need a big team or advanced skills. With tools available today, even a solopreneur can win big, or gosh, maybe even be a billion-dollar company. By the end of this video, you'll know how to set up your email accounts without headaches, build a list of highly qualified leads in minutes, write cold email that actually gets replies, and use advanced strategies to double or even triple your results. So the way I'm going to be going through this is each step builds on the one before it. So stay with me and let's unlock the first power up here, setting up your email accounts. Now, if you're new to cold email, this step might seem intimidating, but trust me, it is way easier than it used to be. You're literally getting into cold email at the easiest time ever. Let me explain why this part is so important. You can't just send cold emails from your personal Gmail or Outlook account that you use to answer emails or handle personal tasks. That's like trying to run a marathon in flip-flops. It's not going to work. So here's the deal. To send cold emails effectively, you need a dedicated email account connected to a custom domain. And again, this is really a big deal with the new updates that we're seeing. This ensures that your emails don't land in spam and you can send at scale without getting blocked. And of course, you look professional to your prospects when you can forward that domain to your website. Now, let me tell you how this process used to work. You'd buy a domain from some random website, spend hours setting up complicated records like DKIM, DMARC, SPF, and manually warm up your accounts over weeks to get started. It was a nightmare. But the good news is tools like Instantly have made this process ridiculously simple. Here's how it works. Pick the domain you want to use. Instantly will even suggest great ones for you. Next, choose how many email accounts you need. For example, if you want to send 120 emails a day, you'll need about 5 email accounts. Click buy and that's it. Instantly sets up everything for you. Domains, inboxes, and even warming them up automatically within the tool. No technical headaches, no wasted time of putting lines of code in different DKIM and testing a bunch of things with Mail Tester. And if you want to skip this entirely, Instantly now offers a done for you feature where you can buy bulk email accounts that are fully set up and ready to send. Just a few clicks and you're ready to go. Here's the best part. While your accounts are warming up, you can move on to the next step and start building your list of leads. Let's talk about the usual approach to finding leads first. Yes, you can buy or scrape emails on tools like Apollo or even within Instantly. And yes, those can absolutely work work for some of your campaigns, especially if you're going for high volume. In fact, Instantly just updated their tool under Lead Finder here to be able to AI search and find contacts this way, putting in all your parameters. So for example, if I go into the Leads Finder and I type in, find the CEO of architecture firms with more than 10 employees in the United States, I click AI search, it'll click thinking, and it'll start to pull up different leads using the toggles right here. So it just kind of saved me a bunch of time instead of needing to put this all in there. And again, just with those parameters alone, there's about 18,000 results. Again, this can work. I can pull these all through and start to refine them and put them into a cold outreach campaign. And you've seen some really great videos on the channel with Austin doing this and getting some really great results. But if you're aiming for a 10 or even a 20% positive response rate, you're going to need a slightly different approach. And that's where my method comes in, and I call it micro segments. So what are micro segments and what do they do? These are small pools of data where your prospects are usually hanging out online. Think conference attendee lists, podcast guest directories, event websites, or any niche specific part of the internet where people are gathered for a common purpose. Now, the question would then be, why are microsegments so effective? It all comes down to context. When you reach out to someone with a clear connection to where you found them, your email feels personal and relevant. That's the magic of context. For example, I launched a campaign targeting just 200 leads from a microsegment and got 40 positive responses. That's a 25% positive reply rate. With traditional methods, you'd likely need to send thousands of leads to get those kinds of results. Now, here's the best part. With AI, finding and personalizing microsegments has never been easier. So let me introduce you to a tool that I've been using called Browse.ai. This is a game changer for gathering leads from specific domains and generating custom first lines basically automatically. So in this case, what I'm going to do is build a new robot, and I'm going to extract structured data. And so let's just say that I'm trying to contact CTOs and I know of CTO Connection. Let's just say we go to this page here that has speakers on it, and we've got all these different folks, and we can even view details and go into the page directly and learn more about it. So let's go like this, and I'm going to copy and paste this into here. So I'm going to go to capture text from a list that's repeatable, and it's pretty simple. I'm just going to click on this box, and it's going to start to extract and understand what each of these items actually is. So speaker name is Kit Colbert, vice president, company, profile link, and even more stuff like image and whatnot. And so what we can do is we can see if there's a pagination or the way that it actually loads the pages up. It appears that this link here might only have one list of pages, so that's okay. So no more items to load, and we can go ahead and save captured list. We'll do about 100 of them, and we'll click finish here, save. Now what it'll do is it'll actually run this task. And what's really great about it is we can run multiple tasks on top of it. So it'll go gather all of this data that's live in the wild, right? It's a speaker list. There's things happening. They're talking about different subjects. This robot is extracting all of it so that we can then enrich it further and then email these people on behalf of our company. So this looks really good. It did a good job grabbing all of the positions and things like that. And we can go ahead and say, yes, it looks really good. So the other thing too that we can do is we can now build a 2-chain robot on top of this so that we could even go deeper and gather information that lives within these links. I don't want to make the entire video about using this tool, but if you were to take your table and download as a CSV, you could throw this into an enrichment waterfall tool, which would allow you to then grab all of this data and grab the email addresses based on this information. Even the speaker name alone or LinkedIn profile will do a really good job of that. It's time to move on to the next step, writing cold emails that of course get replies. And this is the part where I see most people get stuck. They overthink it, try to write perfect email, and end up cramming in way too much information. But here's the thing, when someone opens your email, they're really only thinking 2 things. Does this person know me? And is this person legit? Anything else, it's just wasting their time. So let's dumb this whole process down and make it as simple as possible. Here is literally all you need to write a great cold cold email. We'll call this the super simple cold email framework. 1, the personalized first line. This is your answer to the question, does this person know me? Your first line should show you've done your homework and aren't just spamming them. For example, you could say, hey name, I saw you spoke at, conference name last week and I loved your talk on specific topic. 2, a jaw-dropping line about your work. This answers the question, is this person legit? Talk about the most relevant, eye-popping result you've achieved for someone in this microsegment. Again, if you're going with a microsegment option, make your case study specific to their microsegment. The more specific, the better. For example, we recently helped similar client boost their metric by result, and I think there's a ton of potential to do something similar for fill in the company blank. End with a simple, low pressure call to action, no hard sells, just a conversation. For example, mind if I send over a quick overview on how we made that happen? ? Let me give you a couple more examples here of real world SS frameworks, and this might be one maybe to a CTO of a tech startup. Hi John, I saw you spoke on the changing work environment for tech leaders in 2025 at this year's CTO Connection. Thought it was a brilliant take. I was able to work with Loom and Monday.com to help each engineering team member to structure a holistic health plan customized to their lifestyle. It saved 21% in costs and year-over-year productivity up 42%. Mind if I share more info? Again, John being filled in with the name, the purple being filled in with the summarized version of what they actually talked about using this feature. Moving on to another one. Hi Tom, I noticed you started serving the Upper East Side of Chicago with your new location out of Wilmette. My team and I just launched Charles.ai, a voice agent and CRM assistant trained to take incoming calls and books the initial in-person consultation with your staff. It saved an enormous amount of time of sales going to competitors for Cambridge plumbing. Mind if I send a personalized Loom showing you the features? P.S. Most of the people can't tell Charles is a robot, LOL. You can kind of see the structure of these is pretty similar. We're going in, we're doing our custom first line based on the micro segment of where we got this data, and then we're coming in with our pitch. And one of the things that happens here too is we are technically doing a pain point there too, just by saying how good it worked. Because again, this one, we don't want to go into all these different things. We just want to make it super simple, super to the point, and we want to customize it so that there is data showing that we know about them. And maybe this one for the plumbers, this data could have been found by finding a list of the most recent plumbing shops in the United States that have been most recently opened, and we get a list of all of those, and we could start to do an outreach touch point that looks just like this. So why this works? The first line grabs their attention and makes them feel seen. The second line builds instant credibility and shows that you're worth their time. The call to action keeps things conversational and easy to respond to. Now, pro tip here, don't overthink it. The simpler your email, the better your results will be. If you can focus on answering those two key questions, do they know me and are they legit? You'll already be ahead of 90% of people sending cold emails. Most people do not consider these types of things. Now, here's where it gets exciting. Once you have this framework in place, you're ready to send emails that do get replies. But we're not done there. Let's unlock the next power up with advanced strategies to boost your results even further. While all the hype these days is around AI, and yes, we've talked about that already, the most powerful lever you can pull right now, like today, is video. Let's tie this back to Naval Ravikant's 4 types of leverage. Video falls under the media category. It's one of the best ways to scale your efforts because you record it once and it lives on the internet forever. It costs you nothing to do, and it builds connection and trust, just like what's happening right now with you and me. You're watching me talk to a camera and it feels like we're just kind of hanging out, even though we probably never met. So here's how we use this in every company that I run. 1, we'll attach a video sales letter to every calendar link. So within every booking page, there's a video of me or whoever the founder is, and below that there's either an application or just a booking page that gets sent to positive replies within the cold outreach funnel. So we attach a video sales letter above the calendar or application page. Before a prospect even gets on a call, they watch a 5-minute video that pitches our service. This alone will dramatically improve all of the quality of your sales calls because the prospect is already sort of sold on the offer or at least knows what it is before you even start talking. Number 2 is to leverage YouTube to to show off your expertise. You're spending time and attention right now watching a YouTube video. Your best prospects will likely do the same. Once someone books a call with us through cold email, we'll set up automated sequences that direct them to additional YouTube videos. These are videos that showcase the skills, case studies and results, or of course client testimonials, and we'll send those every single day up leading into the call. And so these are sequences that can be automated and set up, again, set it and forget it, being very, very high leverage. Your videos work for you behind the scenes, skyrocketing your team's close rate, and of course strengthening your leverage as a business owner. It's sort of a no-brainer and one that you are definitely going to want to hop on in 2025. Let's zoom out here a little bit and look at the bigger picture. Video is just one piece of the puzzle, but it's an incredibly powerful one. When you combine it with retargeting ads, consistent content creation, and rapid response times, you'll build a client acquisition system that kind of feels unfair in a lot of ways. It's just so effective. But before we bring this all together, let's talk about something that can honestly skyrocket your results even further, and that's retargeting ads. This really is the secret sauce that so many of the creators and businesses that you follow online these days are using to scale faster and get a high return on ad spend almost immediately. So here's the play. You take your positive reply lists from cold email outreach and use them to build a lookalike audience for your ads. You can actually use them to even target those people on ads as well. This gives an audience of people who are almost identical to the ones who are engaging with your cold outreach. And I'll be honest, I didn't pick up on this one for a while until just recently, and it's been an absolute game changer when you're ready to take it to the next level. And here's exactly how to do it step by step within instantly. What you'll do is you'll scroll down on the left-hand side here to this tab that says CRM. And below that, you'll see this tab that says leads. You'll drop that down there. You'll go over here to filter, and you'll filter for anyone who's been a positive response over the last however long, the entire time you've been running this page. And so you can either do reply received or a positive response. It's up to you. I'll just go ahead and actually do reply received on this demo account. And ideally too, if you've been doing this a long time, you have thousands of positive responses, it works even better. So then you'll go to this button here, click it and do select all results. And then you'll click on this button right here and download all leads. You'll see it's saying downloading, and pretty soon it takes a little while, especially if you have thousands of them, and it truly will download. So my demo account just downloaded 725. And again, as long as those are all up to date and you had enrichment with them before, meaning it has an address, a phone number, things like that, you can literally drop right over to Facebook, right over to Twitter, go in the ads manager and actually set up these leads lists to start running ads to them almost right away. It's a complete game changer, especially if you're new to ads and you want to break a profit quickly. As long as your data was enriched, meaning that you have, things like an email, phone number, and address, you can upload this list to ad platforms like Meta, Facebook and Instagram, or even X, formerly Twitter, to start running ads. For example, earlier this year during the summer, I was running ads on X using this exact method and getting 20-cent clicks to my VSL booking page. And that's insane when you think about how truly expensive ads have gotten for most people. And in 2025, I've heard it's going to get worse. But here's why this strategy is so powerful. One, people that you're targeting are warm leads. They've already engaged with you. Then two, building a lookalike audience based on those leads gives a group of prospects who are almost kind of scary, similar to those you've already targeted and shown interest. You can kind of build your data pool quicker. And then three, retargeting ads keeps you top of mind. If they saw your email, maybe they responded and they watched some of your videos, and then now see you on their social media feed, they're going to think, oh, this person is everywhere. But lo and behold, you didn't actually spend that much to get it done. At this point, you've learned a complete client acquisition system that combines cold outreach, AI, video, and retargeting. Everything that you need to absolutely dominate 2025. The system isn't complicated. It's built on leverage using media and AI tools automation to work smarter and not harder. But here's the thing, none of this works if you don't take action. The truth is, most people will watch videos like this and nod their heads, yeah, but then move on without doing a single thing. Don't let that be you. Take the first step today. Even if you're not perfect, you will learn, you will improve, and you'll start booking sales calls. If you've been following along, you have a system that works for client acquisition, but there's one more piece of the puzzle. What happens after someone books a call? If you don't have a rock solid sales process in place, you're going to leave some deals on the table. And I mean a lot of deals on the table. So click on the next video and Austin will walk you through the complete A to Z process, and he'll show you exactly how to turn booked calls into closed deals and scale your revenue even further. This is your year to stop guessing, start scaling, and build the kind of business that gives you real freedom. See you in the next one.